Hi, welcome to our bathroom. We're going to take a shower. So what we're going to do is we're going to check the water temperature, make sure it's not too warm, not too cold. And we're going to wet her down. Say hi, Dolce. Okay, and we're going to get her ears wet. So we're going to cover her ears with my hand. And then as far as her face goes, I'm going to wet her face. Put her face here. Now I have an old Tupperware container in here. It's just an old Tupperware. You can get any kind of plastic container, and I like to keep a batch of running water in here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to mix up some shampoo. We're going to get some Factor Zero. Once a month we use Factor Zero. It's a clarifying shampoo, so I'm going to pour some in here. I have it in a pump, but it's down below, and I don't want to. And I'm going to add some water in a bucket. These are buckets we can get from an Asian market, and I'm going to mix it up. And this, I don't do every week. I only need to do this once a month, and it's to kind of wash out the old shampoos. So I'm going to start with her feet. I'm going to stick her front foot in. I don't know if you can see. Stick her front foot in and rinse it. I'm going to stick her right foot in. Can you see? Cool. I'm going to stick her rear foot in and rinse it. More water. And then put some on her body. And rub it in. Some on her tail. And rub it in. We haven't touched her face. And we're just clarifying, rinsing out the old product so that the hair can be cleansed properly. And we're just going to rinse her. And I didn't do her face yet because all the shaking, I usually end up getting wet. So I'll do her face last. Alright, covering her ears so no water gets in the ears. So now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to start with her face. And I'm going to stick some water on her face. I do not like getting it in the eyes. So I won't get it in the eyes even though they say it's Tearless. I'm just going to carefully clean this area here. There we go. In this area. Good girl. Good girl. There's some goop in here I'm going to clean out. And just carefully clean the tear stain area without getting it in the eyes. And then we'll rinse it out because I don't want it to dry out her hair. Okay. shampoo today. We will use let's use the Soap Basics because it's been kind of dry. We've had a lot of dry winds, so I scooped some in. You're going to want to do a 1 to 10 ratio, 1 part shampoo, 10 parts water. And because I use these buckets all the time, you can get these at the Korean or Japanese markets. They're $1.50 at the Daiso Japan stores. We use this in Korea a lot for food, for cooking, but also in the bath area. So I do 1 pot at a time, where I stick it in and I shampoo 1 foot at a time. And I'll do the rear. The rear foot gets really dirty, so shampoo the foot really good. We'll do all 4 feet. She wants to be in the camera today instead of in the tub. Which is good because you can see. And then we'll come over and we'll do her body. And we'll come around and we'll also do her tail. She has a massive tail, so I'll put it in here. And we still haven't touched her face because I do not want soap in her face. And the leftover will go all over. So, we're going to let this sink into her so that she will smell good. So now for the face. I have a couple things I can use for the face. I just purchased this. It's brand new. It's Happy Eyes from Christensen, and it's a Tearless 2-in-1 shampoo. So I suppose I could use this. It's soap-free, sulfate-free, no tears. So this is one option we can use. What I typically use on the face are the Show Premium products. And I like them for the face because they are sulfate free as well. So this one smells really good. It smells like orange fruit. And I love to use this on the face as well, the Moisture Unleashed. So there's a few options today. I guess we could try the Happy Eyes. Let's try the Happy Eyes and see how it works. And I do not dilute around the face, even though it says to. So I'll do that. And I'm going to start rinsing her out a little bit. Rinse her out. Okay. I love the way the royal treatment smells, so I think I'm going to do a second toss with this because it smells like fruit smoothie. I love the tropical smell of royal treatment for the Show Premium. And I like it around the face because it's tear-free. So I'm going to clean her beard now with the royal treatment and make her beard smell nice and yummy. Dolce stinks the walls right here. Taking care not to get it in the eyes. Okay. Yep. Now I'll rinse her out. And I want to rinse it out before she shakes and gets it all over me and all over her eyes. So you can rinse with the hose. You can also rinse with a baker's. You can use this to rinse if you don't want to take a hose to your babies. And then the reason why I have this bucket here is sometimes I just like to rinse like that. It's kind of right at their height, their face level, so it makes it easy to rinse. So now we're going to do conditioner, and today I'm going to use a Reconstructing. So, I'll use some of that, and then I think I'm going to put some cream, silk cream. She's been kind of dry. Pure silk conditioner. Put a little bit of that in there. Oh, did that get on the camera?
No.
And the conditioner is a lot thicker than the shampoo, so I'm going to, you really want to use a whisk to kind of loosen it up. So now, if the dog has mats on its legs, this is a good opportunity to try and loosen the mats. When you put with the leg in here, if you can do this in a tub too, but I like to use this opportunity to try and loosen the mats with my fingers. So we'll stick an arm in like this, and then I'll loosen the mat. And this is conditioning, just like we shampooed. And I'll try and comb through with my fingers because if there's any mats, they'll come out really nicely with the conditioner. That's one leg. One more leg. The back leg. And the tail. Nope, you're going to stay. Okay, the tail. And then the remainder I'll just put all over. Now for the face, I'm going to condition with the Moisture Unleashed. Again, I like using SLS free around the face.
Woo!
What? She got wet. I like using SLS free around the face, but you really need to condition this part here. And I do not dilute for the face. Okay. And then we're just going to rinse. Hopefully the camera will not get destroyed. Now the swatcher. Two things I try not to do is get water in the ears. Watch the eyes. Good girl. And this part. Under the neck. And this part here. So now, instead of having to dry all this water, what we're going to do is we're going to squeeze out the water carefully without pulling on the leg. Squeeze out the water. Squeeze out as much water as you can in the bathtub.